What up? This is Rama Screen, and in the anticipation of Profile, which arrives in theaters May 14th, I'm here talking with the star of this new film, Valene Kane. How are you, Valene?
I'm good, Rama. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for taking the time. Congratulations on the film. I'm glad Profile will finally get the theatrical release it deserves. Now, tell me, I somewhat understand this Screenlife format thing, but did you audition via Skype? And what was your reaction when you heard that the entire movie was going to be done this way?
Um, that's a good question. I wonder if there was part of my ego that was thinking, I'm not sure about this. I want them to film all of me. Um, when I originally auditioned for it, I didn't know it was going to be Skype. I didn't know it was going to be Screenlife. I just auditioned for a project being directed by Timur using improvisation, and I had to submit like a 15-minute audition of me improvising. I don't even remember now. It'd be interesting to find it on something. And so a lot of the initial auditions were all improvisation based, not on the material, about something else. And then when I got to LA and I met John McAllery, the casting director, then I figured out, then we talked about what the project was, and I was able to read the book and I was able to do research. And I think I was quite excited about it's exciting to work on a new way of doing anything. So I think, and Seymour really, he originated it. So to work with him and to have such complete faith and trust in him was great.
I read that it's based loosely based on Anna Arel's book, and I read also that Timur actually met with Anna. But in your preparation for the role, did you also meet with Anna? If not, then where did you pull from, or how? What was your process of inhabiting Amy?
Well, I had the book,
Mm-hmm.
which is written by Anna about the entire experience, and it's pretty explicit in terms of, I don't think she holds back on exactly what happened. And then we were lucky enough that Timur set up a Skype meeting, which was very meta, sort of at the end of the rehearsal process, where I was able to meet Anna over Skype. And we both had this very still, interesting moment where both of our faces came up on screen, and I was looking at the woman that I was going to play, and she was looking at the girl that was going to play her. And it was, it was interesting. It was interesting to do it that way, because obviously she was in hiding. I knew that there was loads of questions I wanted to ask her that I wasn't able to. But then she came and watched the film in Berlin, and we got to meet her in the flesh,
Nice.
and that was really nice. It was really nice to see her reaction and see that it looked like she was pleased with how we depicted her story.
Amy, your character is very savvy, obviously, when it comes to computer, navigating between text, FaceTime, Skype, social media. She can even create social media within minutes. She's pretty fast. How about you, Valene? How proficient, how skilled are you on that aspect?
And not so proficient. I mean, I actually hate social media, so I know
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's not my jam. Um, but in terms of I was a receptionist many times in my early years of acting. So I had a basic knowledge of how to get around a computer, but no, I mean, I definitely needed to do some research. And Olga is the producer, is amazing. So I spent lots of time with her really figuring out how, and I wanted to feel like a real journalist, So I wanted to feel like someone that knew their way around figuring stuff out and make it seem authentic and real, so that we needed the dynamism of her knowing what she was doing.
Does it feel restricting or liberating to be acting in this format? Because I assume that, like you said earlier, you weren't able to use your body movement or expressions, so you're limited to just the frame of your face, right? What were the challenges
Yeah.
that come with that?
I think for some of the sort of intimate stuff with Shazad, I think it's hard to, when you're doing romantic scenes, you're always looking for tiny little movements that the other actor is doing that can, impact or inform your next choice. especially with improvisation. You're always like, you're so aware of what that human is doing. And you could be, but it was in a very different way. And often when Skype stopped or there was a Wi-Fi issue, you would really need, that would inform the next part of the improvisation. So it was liberating in a way, because we could just keep going. So there was no moment where it was like, cut, we've lost light, let's go again. It was just like, this is really their conversation. This is how it really happened. So Timur just let us shoot and shoot and shoot. And what was cool was we kind of decided when it might come to an end or when we wanted to do another take, because it felt like the energy had dropped or whatever. Whereas it was harder for him to see that, because he was watching, he was watching my laptop rather than watching a monitor there was no monitor,
I hear you. Thank you for sharing that. And finally, Valene, does the experience of making this film give you a newfound appreciation for journalists everywhere? If so, in what way?
Definitely. I mean, how hard it is. It's really, and I had never really thought about it in terms of how competitive it is. It's just like being an actor. There's one story that we all want to get, and it's like, who gets the most interesting scoop and who's prepared to go as far as Amy went or Anna went in real life. And I think what was interesting was, in researching for the role, seeing how journalism exists differently now because of things like Twitter and social media, that you can put in a hashtag and that you can literally see in real time things that are happening all over the world. And it just, that citizen journalism was fascinating to research.
It's definitely interesting to see how journalism evolved over the years. So, all right, for my fans at home, everybody go check out Profile, arriving in theaters May 14th. Valene, thank you for talking to me, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Rama. Thank you.